The letter arrived in an envelope of heavy ivory paper, its edges embossed and its surface inscribed with my name in an elegant handwriting I didn't recognize. It appeared on an ordinary Thursday afternoon, rain tapping persistently on the grimy windows of our cramped apartment. Inside, the scent of yesterday's fried meals lingered, along with the damp musk of drying clothes. Emma sat quietly at our scratched kitchen table, carefully coloring a picture of something only she could interpret. I opened the envelope with weary expectation, perhaps a bill or yet another unwanted advertisement. Instead, the folded paper inside bore the crisp letterhead of a prestigious legal firm and announced a name I'd scarcely heard before. Eleanor Hartley, my distant great-great-aunt, whose name had been forbidden from mention ever since my mother chose love over family approval. The document spoke plainly. I was Eleanor's only heir. She had left me a grand estate, nestled in the countryside, complete with its own modest fortune provided. I met one peculiar condition. I had to reside within its walls for one entire year, without leaving for more than brief intervals. Should I fail, the property would be donated to a local preservation trust. My heart didn't leap at the thought of reconnecting with forgotten family history. Instead, my thoughts were consumed by Emma, whose little fingers gripped the crayon with solemn determination. Our lives had become an exhausting cycle. My days stretching thin between cleaning motel rooms in the morning and serving coffee late into the night. Each month's end brought anxiety, each minor illness threatening financial disaster. This unexpected inheritance wasn't just a house. It was an escape, an opportunity for Emma to have the security I'd never known. "Looks like we're going somewhere special, Em," I announced softly, hoping my voice carried excitement, not desperation. Emma looked up, her eyes sparkling with innocent curiosity. Packing was effortless. We owned little worth keeping. We left behind furniture worn beyond repair and set off in our rusty sedan, which rattled and groaned over the miles. The village we entered hours later was tiny and secluded, a place untouched by modern urgency. The Hartley property lay beyond the village's edge, down a dirt road swallowed by overgrown trees. The house loomed out of the evening gloom, massive and brooding. Its wooden facade was weathered gray, its windows darkly reflective like eyes keeping watch. The air around the property felt heavy, thick with the scent of old wood and wet earth. Inside, the air felt thicker still, stagnant and heavy with mildew and something metallic like rust mingled with dying flowers. Emma clutched my leg, unusually quiet, her small body rigid with unease. "It's okay, sweetheart," I reassured, though my fingers found only useless switches. Electricity would need restoring. Our first night was spent huddled close in sleeping bags, isolated in a hastily cleaned corner of the living room. Silence filled the house. Not peaceful silence, but oppressive, alive with whispers of settling timbers and distant rhythmic scratches behind the walls. I told myself it was just mice. Days passed, turning into weeks, as I slowly reclaimed rooms, attempting to transform cold spaces into warmth for Emma. Yet each room carried unsettling evidence of deliberate placement objects, arranged in unnatural patterns that seemed less like decoration and more like ritualistic markers. Emma began speaking about the quiet ones. Invisible companions, she claimed, lived inside the walls. I'd catch her laughing softly, sharing secrets with empty spaces. Her drawings grew intricate, mirroring the peculiar symbols I found scrawled faintly in chalk across the basement walls, strange shapes and elaborate patterns unlike anything I'd ever seen. One afternoon my breath caught sharply when Emma proudly showed me her dolls, now positioned neatly around a polished stone I'd never seen before. Her eyes glittered with delight. My quiet friends liked playing too. That night, the gentle scratches intensified, becoming deliberate knocks near Emma's bed, near mine. The rhythmic tapping matched my heartbeat, chilling me deeply. Something was undeniably present, something aware. Days turned darker. Hallways seemed to stretch impossibly. Rooms grew colder inexplicably. I began feeling watched, not by eyes, but by a presence older and more profound than mere ghosts. My sleep frayed, and exhaustion pulled my senses thin. Then came the moment I knew I had to escape. One morning I found Emma standing rigidly by our bedroom door, staring into the shadowed hallway beyond. From that darkness came a low, grinding sound, impossibly heavy, impossibly real. The door handle moved slowly, deliberately. Panicked, I grabbed Emma and rushed for the front door. It refused to open, immovable, as if fused shut. Windows proved similarly stubborn, sealed impossibly tight. The house itself was holding us captive. A new sound began, a deep resonant hum filling every room, vibrating through our bodies and setting teeth on edge. Emma's eyes fluttered, and suddenly she slumped in my arms, unconscious. The hum grew louder, enveloping us. Then came understanding, not through words, but through a direct, invasive awareness. The house was not haunted, but inhabited by a consciousness far older than human reckoning. It sought stability, an anchor within reality itself. I understood then my inherited role, custodian of this cosmic gateway. The entity offered security, peace, everything I'd wished for Emma. But at a price. Fear and love waged war within me, my sanity teetering at the brink. Yet seeing Emma's serene face, vulnerable and trusting, I made a decision born from desperate love. In silent agreement, I accepted its terms. A future for Emma, safety and comfort, but bound forever to the ancient entity. The hum faded slowly, reality resettling around us. Emma stirred softly, her breathing even and peaceful. The oppressive air lifted slightly, yet the house was now different, awake with silent guardianship. I sat beside Emma as she slept, my heart heavy yet resolved. Our future was secured, bought at an unimaginable cost. This house was ours now. But more truthfully, we belonged to it.